Chasing, leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
The following presentation is by Sam Smith Productions in association with Black and Gold Productions.
Welcome to the live stream. Welcome into the live stream, folks. Welcome to the live commentary. Welcome to the live stream tonight. Carlo, score! The newborn dad! Marshawn across, Coyle scores! Charlie Coyle! It's a power play goal. Here's Zaka. Shot. Score! It's Pavel Zaka. Shattenkirk Lowry, score! Mason Lowry! Bruins lead 5-4. He scores! The Bruins win! David Pastrnak! The Bruins win Game 7 in overtime!
And now, Sam Smith Productions presents another live commentary of the Boston Bruins on YouTube.
I figured tonight was very fitting that I'd wear this one. Live from TD Garden in Boston, it is the Bruins for the last time this season against the Florida Panthers. From TD Garden in Boston, and I figured the Marchand jersey was pretty fitting for tonight. Just figured some, you know. I don't know about you guys. I think this jersey is very fitting. Let's get into your starting lineups. For the Panthers, it's Alexander Barkov, Carter Verhaeghe, and Sam Reinhart. Sam Bennett, Mackie Samoskevich, and Evan Rodriguez. Anton Lundell, Eetu Luostarinen, and Jesper Boqvist. Nico Sturm, AJ Greer, and Tomas Nosek. On defense, Gustav Forsling and Seth Jones, Nico Mikkola and Dmitry Kulikov, Uvis Balinskis with Nate Schmidt and Sergei Bobrovsky in net for Florida. For the Bruins, it's Morgan Geekie, Pavel Zacha, David Pastrnak, Elias Lindholm, Marat Husnadinov, and Jacob Lauko, Casey Middlestat, Cole Koepke, and Vinny Lettieri. Mark Kastelik, Johnny Beecher, and Patrick Brown. Defensively, Nikita Zadorov and Henry Jokiharju, who is now wearing number 20. Mason Lowry and Andrew Peeke, Parker Wotherspoon and Ian Mitchell with Jeremy Swayman in net tonight for the Bruins. Those are your starting lineups for both teams. A little bit of channel business to handle tonight. So I made a couple of changes to the mods here on this channel. You might be able to see it in the chat. We have 2 new mods. We have a couple of mods that haven't been here all season, so we removed them as mods. But we have 2 new moderators to the YouTube channel tonight and going forward. As you can see, one of them's in the chat right now. Lava is officially a new mod of the channel. And another mod tonight is Primer Goalhorns, Primerex, for those who have not been here. So Primer and Lava are mods here on the YouTube channel as of now. What's going on, Josiah? How are you? And I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, Josiah, because I actually have a surprise for you as well. Since I kind of wanted to wait until you were here to do this. But 1 second here. Just gotta figure something out. One second. There we go. There you go. Josiah is also a mod. There you go. Three new mods. Primer, who will be here hopefully soon. Lava, and Josiah, all new mods here on the channel. We're switching things up. Switching things up here tonight. And I'm glad that we are, because needed a little bit of a change. And we got it. We are the Mod Squad. Damn right. So here are your mods. So I'll read them all off for you. So your mods are... They're doing the national anthem. We have 8 mods. Okay. Andrew is still a mod, even though he doesn't really show up very often, because he is a good friend of mine. Unless he asked me to remove him, which is fine. Exotic, still a mod. Edge Gaming, Austin, he's still a mod. DJ, still a mod. No, Josh, Novatron, he's a mod. Prime Rex, Lava, and Josiah. So they are all mods here on the channel. If they're doing the national anthem now. Do you live in Boston? No, I do not. I do not live in Boston. So there you go. What a start, huh? 8 is a lot? No, not everybody's here every stream, so I feel like I have a rotating crew. Not every single mod's gonna be on every single stream, so I figured I'd have quite a few, so that we are hopefully guaranteed to have at least one, or if not a couple. So we use the blue wrench of power responsibly. Good. I'm glad. I'm good. Good. What's the crime is normally around 2? That is also true. Even though he doesn't have the mod name, he is our information guy. He always gives us the live updates around the NHL and other stuff, so. GD Garden. Panthers win the draw. Comes in. Swayman guides it aside for Lorai. Ahead, trying to get to Geeky. Can't. Zaka trying to move this ahead. Reinhardt trying to get it back to the line. This puck deflects up and out of play. 14 seconds in. So, I have the Marchand jersey on tonight. I figured it was, it was justified for tonight. What's up, Kristen? Panthers will try to move this ahead out of their own zone as they won the draw. The puck came out. Zaka gets it back and whips it in. This puck deflects up and out of play. DeAndre Hopkins is going to the Ravens on a 1-year deal. Marchand is not playing tonight, but he is in the building at TD Garden. So, Lindholm against Bennett. Lindholm wins the draw. Henry Yokoharu, wearing number 20 now, not number 44, dumps in. Forsling intercepted by Jacob Lacko. Lacko trying to throw it in front for Lindholm. He couldn't get a shot away. Seth Jones knocked him down. Husnudinov tied up there with Balinskis. Puck comes out. Goes off of Lindholm back into the floor to end. Forsling will move this ahead. How many points do we need for a wild card spot? 3, I think. So they can't get it tonight. Zadorov, a high lift. It comes in on Bobrovsky, and he guides it aside. And now Forsling ahead off of Evan Rodriguez and in. Wotherspoon over to Ian Mitchell. Moved ahead. Balinskis keeps it in at the line for Florida. Luosterainen whips it in deep. Wotherspoon plays it around past Mitchell. Vinny Lettieri chops it ahead. He'll move this ahead. He's got Middlestat and Koepke, who scored 2 against Tampa on Saturday. Wotherspoon puts it in deep. Lettieri, crafty move. In front for Koepke, saved by Bobrovsky. What a good point-blank chance there. Middlestat for past Lettieri, Eetu Luosterainen. For Uvis Balinskis. Panthers are 29-6 when scoring first. The Bruins are 28-4 when scoring the first goal. This is dumped in. Nico Sturm tied up. Lowry for Andrew Peak. Played around. Kept in by Mikkola. Big bump there by Brown on AJ Greer. Nosek for Greer. Plays it around. It feels like it's calling the old team 2 years ago. Kulikov puts it in deep for Greer. Has Nosek. Here is Thomas Nosek. To the line. Kulikov trying to keep it in just inside the line. Shot blocked by Lowry. That took him down, but he's back to his feet. Here come the Bruins. Here comes the birthday boy, Mark Kastelik. And he could not work it through. Nico Sturm. Ahead for Reinhart. Has Verhaeghe breaking. Tips it wide of the net. Jokiharju going to pin him against the wall behind the net. Geekie chips it to Zacha. Zadorov for Pasternak. Pasternak with it. Gets tied up and he loses it in the neutral zone. It comes back into the Bruins' end. Jokiharju over to Zadorov. Moves it ahead. Trying to connect with Pasternak. Cannot, and it's an icing against the Bruins. Mark Kastelik turning 26 today. Was born March 11th, 1999. Face off. And we have a stoppage, 3:16 in. Shots 2-0 Boston early on. Yeah, Celtics almost blew that game last night, did they not? Geekie plays it around after he wins the draw. Jokiharju ahead for Zacha. Here comes Geekie. Geekie shoots, hit the post. Wow, Geekie ringing the far post. Great try on a great shot off the rush. Zacha couldn't play it. Barkov. Why does the team look good? Exotic, I don't know myself. I'm not going to lie to you. Zadorov makes a man lose his stick. Geekie ahead. Trying to deflect it to Pasternak. You want to know why? You want to know why they look good? Because they have no expectations right now. Either you make the playoffs or you suck. Either way, you know? That's why they're playing better, because they have no expectations on them. They're just playing hockey to play hockey right now. It's a boys' club at this point. Bennett for Nate Schmidt, former Winnipeg Jet and Vegas Golden Knight. A chance for Rodriguez. Swayman says no. And Hustadinov finds Lauko. Here is Lindholm trying to kick this ahead, and now it's taken away there by Mackie Samoskevich. Watch out for Evan Rodriguez. Yeah, we have a stoppage. Can you tell me, can you look it up, how many goals Evan Rodriguez has scored against the Bruins in his career? There's a Swayman mask issue, so we have a stop. Totally agree on that point. Well, yeah, I mean, it's either you make the playoffs, right, which is great, right, for the Bruins, right, I mean, for the NHL roster, or you have a good draft pick, which is good for the future of the team. So either way, you're kind of like, okay, I mean, you're kind of in limbo. There is nothing wrong with losing at this point of the season. Kulikov scores off the face-off. Just right on cue. Dmitry Kulikov, the Panthers lead 1-0. right off the draw, Dmitry Kulikov, Bennett with a clean win off Lindholm, and Kulikov beats Swayman glove side. 1-0 Florida. So Kulikov scores at 4:27 to make it 1-0 Florida. Lundell for Mikkola. Backtracking. Lundell's shot blocked and it goes out of play. Lava's a mod now. Yeah, we have a couple new mods, Exotic. I didn't really warn them the past mods, the current mods before. Lava, Primer, and Josiah are all mods on the channel now. So. Face-off won by the Bruins. Flipped ahead. We have an icing here. Oh, pff. Lava, Jesus. Oh, Lava. Oh, brother. I'm not going to read that out loud. You can read that for yourselves in the chat. Bruins win the draw. Zadorov ahead for Beecher for Kastelik, turning 26 today. Zadorov drops it for Beecher over to Henry Jokiharju. I would love to see one of the new guys get their first goals of Bruins tonight, would you not? You know? That's just for fun. Swayman plays to Jokiharju to his right. Tied up there by Nico Sturm. Out there with two former Bruins, AJ Greer, Tomas Nosek. Seth Jones in front. Gets knocked down by Patrick Brown. Forsling. Tipped on front. Saves Swayman. He'll have to hang on to that one. Middlestat I like a goal from. Oh, yeah, for sure. I will say my favorite new Bruins so far, I mean, it's Casey Middlestat, but like an underrated one for me, I really liked Jokiharju's defensive game on Saturday against Tampa. He looked really comfortable with Zadorov. He looked really comfortable. Have those two ever played together before? They might have played together in Chicago. I'm not sure if they were there at the same time. I don't remember. Geeky wins the draw. Peak will flip this ahead. Here is Pasternak trying to get the Zaka, can't. Verhaeghe takes the bump from Peak and Geeky and dumps in. Swayman. Oh, turns it over. Reinhardt. The pass was deflected by Lohrei. Lohrei. Taken by Reinhardt. Zaka cutting him off. Puck comes to Verhaeghe. Zaka, good stick. Takes it away. Here is Geeky. Moves it ahead. Here is Pasternak in. Save Bobrovsky. Pasternak trying to storm right through the defense. He did. But Bobrovsky makes a good stop. They go to commercial. 6:04 in. I was hoping, let's see. I was hoping Bruins would score first. Difficult to come back against Florida. Well, they did it earlier in the season, so. When they beat them in January, I believe Florida scored the first goal. So. My favorite additions have been the young talent we got. Prospect pool is depleted. Well, yeah. Well, they have a lot of draft picks to work with. They only got one. Well, they got Zellers. Which, by the way, if you saw my tweet, holy moly, that goal. Ugh. Disgusting. And then they got Fraser Minton, who I think is going to be pretty solid. He's probably making his debut tomorrow for Providence against the Marlies. From what Mark was telling me, what he was tweeting out earlier today, that he is likely to make his debut. So I might actually tune in and yeah. So, as we are in commercial, Panthers lead 1-0. Tom Kaludi representing Black and Gold Productions at TD Garden tonight. Go give him a follow at TCALAUTTIS. Bruins Breakdown over on Twitter. You can go see some stuff live that's happening live at the Garden. Any matches you want results from tonight? All of them, please, if you don't mind. Roxanne Jordan Grace. I want to know about Fraxim and the Hardys. I want to know about Oba and Moose. Julia and Stephanie. Let me know all of them. Would love to know. Lettieri wins the draw. Wotherspoon for Mitchell. Middlestat trying to work it to Lettieri. Could not. And now Lundell will move this ahead. I'm pissed if somehow make playoffs and have to play Florida round 1. Oh, I'll be so upset. You have no... I'll be like, what a waste, dude. I don't want to make the playoffs and then have to play an Atlantic Division team. Chance in front, broken up. Like, I'd rather play Carolina or Washington than play Boston, than play Florida in the first round. Lundell keeps it in for Florida against Koepke. Luosterainen in front, deflected by Middlestat away. The puck just bit on Seth Jones and it comes out. Here is Forsling back in his own end for Sam Bennett. Move ahead, broken up by Geeky. Bennett gets it back. Zadorov deflects it. Zacha takes it from Samoskevich. Whips it across to Pasternak. Nice play by Zacha. Pasternak over to Geeky. Trying to get it in deep. Geeky tied up along the near wall. Samoskevich in there as well. Here comes Evan Rodriguez. Ships it past Bennett. Jokiharju throws it back out of his own zone. Moved ahead. This is going to be icing. We have icing against Boston. Against Florida at 7.5 in. Brad, okay. Marchand not playing tonight. Animated. Tonight's game is being recreated into an animated program. It's airing on SN360 and NESN Plus right now. Ew. Andrew Ference is doing color with Adam Pellerin. Oh my god. Sorry, Adam. Anyway. Lindholm wins the draw. Lohrei trying to fire it on. Samoskevich the block. Puck forced out of the zone. Peak from center dumps in. Puck is kept in by Lohrei. Makes the defender lose his stick. Peak fires it on net. It misses high. And it comes out to center. Devils lead 1-0. All right, I will get that changed on the ticker. Thank you. Bruins get it in deep. Mikkola wrapped up by Hustadinov. He falls down. Here is Nico Sturm. Ahead puck comes out. Peak gets it right back. Here comes Peak. Peak broken up. Dump out attempt from Florida blocked. Here's Lauko. Lauko back out top. Lohrei. Lauko shoots. Blocked. Rebound. Trying to find Lohrei. Could not. His puck comes to Nosek. He'll get it past Lauko and out. This puck will trickle back down. We have an icing against Florida again. Blue Jackets are surprisingly good this year. It's a partial surprise. It's good on them because of how good their development's been. And also, you know, it would be really cool if Columbus and Calgary both made it for Johnny Gaudreau. Like, imagine the story. Also, imagine if hypothetically, if Columbus and Calgary were to play in the Stanley Cup final. Oh my god, the NHL could market that as like a Johnny Gaudreau tribute to the entire playoffs, you know? Think about it. I bet you they're low-key cheering for that. Middlestat wins the draw. Lettieri shot off the face-off blocked. Jokiharju shot wide. Zadorov puts it in. Jokiharju tied up. Belinsky's. Middlestat takes it away. A shot save. Bobrovsky on a try from Casey Middlestat, wearing number 11 for the Bruins. Flipped out. Zadorov. Couldn't get it to Jokiharju cleanly. Barkov lost it to Lettieri. Lettieri plays it past Zadorov. Here's Koepke. Takes the bump. Puck comes to Jokiharju. He'll reach the red line, dump in. The Bruins will finish a change. William Zellers, yeah, he's a North Dakota commit, so he's going to be playing up in North Dakota. We have an icing against Florida again. What's been happening in the legal system? It's still in trial, I think. I think it's still in trial. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might forget. AJ Greer going down the tunnel for Florida. He's to the room. Bruins have to take advantage of one of these icings here. Geeky against Barkov. Big tie-up off the draw. Bruins get it. Shoveled back to Mitchell. Wotherspoon left point. He puts it in deep. Geeky for Zacha. Zacha waiting. Pasternak plays the pass from Zacha. Trying to go a little in and out there. Could not get it to him cleanly. And now the Panthers will move this ahead. It's Verhaeghe. Flips it in. Here is Swayman. Plays it around for Wotherspoon. Pasternak lifts it ahead. Geeky knocks it down. Leaves it for Zacha. Nice little play. Zacha being kept to the outside. Zacha turns around. Feeds Geeky. Trying to go across to Peak. Could not. Peak just couldn't keep it in. And now here's Lowry. Bruins will regroup back on their own end. They'll make a change to offensively. Peak dumps in. Shots 4-3 Boston. They're down a goal. Here is Brown. Tied up there by Forsling. Beecher in there as well. Seth Jones battling. Forsling comes away with it. So it's Florida's top defensive unit. And Forsling and Jones. Aaron Ekblad suspended 20 games for violating the drug policy in the National Hockey League. Lowry ahead for Beecher. Beecher takes a bump. Couldn't get it past Sam Bennett, who takes it away. Here's Nico Mikkola. Mikkola across the goal mouth. Beecher, nice takeaway there from Samoskevich. He falls down, just blows a tire. Here's Brown. Brown from out top. Shot deflected up and out of play. Have we beaten Florida? Yes, we beat them once. Beat them the last time these two teams met. Tampa and Carolina about to get started down in Raleigh. Scores around the league. The Blue Jackets down 2-0 to the Devils in the first. Ottawa leading Philly 1-0 in the first. Vegas and Pittsburgh scoreless. Tampa and Carolina starting in moments. Colorado and Minnesota at 8. That's a big game. Rangers and Jets at 8. Montreal, Vancouver coming up at 10 o'clock. Islanders out in LA taking on the Kings. Capitals and Ducks. Preds and Sharks. So, do I even have... Okay, just glitched out for a second on this ticker. So, as we're in commercial break, 1-0 Florida. Two fans in the front row have Marchand, Florida jerseys. Oh, brother. This is Ian Mitchell's 100th NHL game of his career. Yep, there's Brad Marchand. Hustadinov to the line. A shot from Zadorov is gloved down by Bobrovsky. And, oh, look at Lauko mixing it up in front. Mixing up with Bennett. Lauko doesn't forget. He doesn't forget from last year. He might have been in Minnesota for a hot minute, but he doesn't forget. Hate Brad now? Nope, don't hate Brad. Wasn't his... Don't hate Brad. Hate the front office. Or actually, well, don't really hate nobody involved. Lindholm against Rodriguez. Bruins win the draw. Lauko for Zadorov, a shot. Knocked a stick out of Samoskevic's hands on the shot attempt. That's funny. Lauko puts it in. And now here's Evan Rodriguez. Takes it from Lindholm. Moved ahead for Kulikov. It's dumped in there by Samoskevich. Swayman plays it for Zadorov. Hustadinov for Lauko. Ahead for Jokiharju. Jokiharju dumps it in. Moved ahead now. Lindholm can't. Keeping it in the zone. Koepke reverses it around the net. Bobrovsky. Puck comes past Peak. This will be another icing against Florida. He's a Florida Panther. So what, Will? So what? Yeah, he's a Florida Panther. It was kind of his choice, kind of not. Will Zellers averaging 1.43 points per game in the USHL, leading the USHL in points per game of guys that were NHL draft picks. Lorai's shot blocked by Samoskevich. Peak for Lorai. Lorai fires it on net, blocked. Puck comes out. Koepke. Lettieri couldn't play it. Now here's Peak. Ahead, here is Middlestat. Goes back to Peak. He'll reach the red line, dump in. Vinny Lettieri. Schmidt tying him up. Nico Sturm. Middlestat couldn't quite play it. Lorai, bad pass by Lorai. Sturm saved by Swayman. Nosek for Greer. Wrap around in front. Save Swayman. Rebound. Lettieri will race for it against Belinsky's. Icing against Boston. By the way, the Providence Bruins released Tristan Ashbrook off his PTO. Was only here for a short amount of time. Zacha wins the draw against Barkov. Peak flips this to center. Koepke will go for a change. Out comes Morgan Geekie. Reinhart dumps in. Lettieri out there with Zacha and Geekie due to the icing right now. When Lettieri will get a chance, he'll make the change for Pasternak to come on. But they're trapped in their own end. Lorai. Lorai trying to get to Lettieri. Could not. Forsling keeps it in for Florida shot. Swayman fights it off. Pop up in the air. Zacha battling with Barkov. Forsling breaks his stick. Deflected by Reinhart over the net. So, talk about a guy who loves scoring against Boston. Zacha. Lettieri gets this out. Mikula racing with Geekie. No icing. Nice job by Pasternak knocking down Mikula. Puck comes to Verhaeghe. Ahead, here's Jesper Bohlquist. Shoots. Over the net. And goes out of play. They aren't playing bad. No, they're not playing great either, but I'm not going to be too hard on play the rest of the season, unless they decide to play really good and make the playoffs. Marchand did say he might rejoin the war. Yeah, he did. Marchand did say that he didn't close the door on it about returning to Boston. He didn't close the door out on it. Bruins win the draw. Here comes Kastelik. He gets it in. Brown got his stick lifted and he left the puck behind. Here's Luosterainen. This is why Patrick Brown should not be playing in the NHL right now, but that's okay. Luosterainen tied up there by Mitchell. Puck comes in front. Comes to the line. Belinsky's lets it go. Swayman with a glove save. didn't. Marchand did ask for high AAV, high salary. So is what it is. He asked for 7.5. I'm not paying him that. Not for an aging veteran at this point. Guys, I don't think Brad Marchand's coming back. I don't think he is. I think he's going to retire at the end of the season, honestly. He'll sign a one-day contract with the Bruins and retire as a Bruin. I think that's what he's going to do. So, Zadorov ahead. Here's Hustadinov. Springs Pasternak. Breakaway. He's hooked off the puck. How's that not a penalty on Belinsky's? Hope you're wrong. I hope I'm wrong too, but I don't think he's gonna. I don't think with Marchand, I don't think he's gonna. He wants $7.5 million. Who is gonna pay him that? Not the Bruins. They're trying to move on. There's a future they have to build here. Icing against Florida. They're trying to build a future. And plus, what if they find their captain in free agency? You know what I mean? It might not necessarily be Pasternak or McAvoy or Hampus Lindholm or whoever. It could be somebody that they sign in free agency, like they did with Chara. You never know. He wanted to take a home team discount. Well, he clearly didn't in the latest contract negotiations. Apparently, he said, if you don't give me what if apparently, he was willing to compromise at like 6.7, which is still way too high. Ugh. For Marchand, turning over the puck like that? No thanks. They need a new leader. They need a fresh face of the franchise. They have that in Pasternak. They need a fresh start. So they need to spend their money in free agency and actually not spend on aging veterans. Start over. Brock Besser's a perfect guy of what I want. In the prime of their career, still got a bunch of time left. Chychrun, no. We don't need more defensemen. Middlestad's tripped. No penalty. Help us bring the young guys along and teach them the Bruins way. What Bruins way? Losing in the first round every year? That's the Bruins way? That, with all due respect, I mean, we need new everything, you know? For Hagee, misses wide on the net. Like, think about it. Am I wrong? They need a new... They need to move on from Marchand. They need to move on. Now, I think he had earned the right to play in Boston until he retired, but... Gritty, productive, but I get your point. They need playoff success. That's what they need. Second round to the playoffs last year. But you get my point, right? Like, they didn't get past the second round. They've only gotten past the second round once since 2013. You know what I mean? Like, I know that's a reflection of the front office and all that crap, but also that's a reflection on the players too. You know? We have a stop with 2:37. Just what I'd love to see him here. It's because he's not with the Bruins anymore. Yeah, that's fine. I get it. Trust me, I understand the resentment about, you know, him not being here. You know, it's going to be weird watching the playoffs and seeing Marchand playing in another jersey. I get it. But you have to realize that the Bruins cannot be having a lot of aging veterans anymore. So, during the first intermission, maybe we can look at the team and say who they're going to re-sign and who they're not. You know? I'll pull up Puckpedia and I'll tell you if they're going to re-sign him or not. Like, I'll tell you right now, Morgan Geekie, he's getting a contract. Mason Lohrei, he's getting a contract. I know that for sure. Anyone else? Maybe. Check the group chat. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yes, I saw the Ravens and DeAndre Hopkins. Congratulations on that one. Commercial break. Pasta deserves to say. Pasternak not going anywhere. Unless the only reason Pasternak is moved is if he requests a trade, which I wouldn't even blame him if he does, to be honest. I think the breaking point would have been if they traded Zaka. He would have been pissed. As much as it might have been a good thing for the Bruins, that's his best friend. He'd been pissed. Bruins Centennial jersey? Yes, I'm wearing. And also, Stassi, it's Marchand. Even if he requests a trade, don't have to honor it. No, I know, but I'm just saying that's the only way That's the only way he'd get out of Boston. They're not getting rid of him. Puck deflects out of play. They're not getting rid of him. The Bruins were playing good, and now they're kind of playing, like, not great. Do my taxes. Ugh! Taxes. I gotta do those. Yeah. Mine aren't too bad. Icing. Only way is in a few years if the retool fails. Oh, yeah, no. If this... anywhere from, like, 6 month to 2 year depending on what the Bruins want to do. If it's a 6 month to a 2 year retool fails, man, he's gonna want out. Shot by Mikkola saves Swayman. Zadorov ahead for Husnadinov. He gets taken down by Lauko. Zadorov for Jokiharju. Ahead. Lauko deflects it out of the zone. Jesper Bolquist will reverse this to Luosterainen. Ahead for Lundell. Zadorov takes it from Lundell and plays it around. Lauko tied up. The Bruins had a 2 year retool in the mid-2010s. And they were competitive by the 2016-17 season again. Here is Bolquist. Lauko going to tie him up. Former line mates last year. Now here's Lundell. To the line, Kulikov. Bolquist shoots, saves Swayman. Now Lindholm will try to get this to Husnadinov, and it's broken up by Bolquist. Puck comes to Zadorov back in his own corner. Jokiharju gets this out. Pasternak will negate the... They're calling icing on that? They're calling icing. What? Pasternak was there by a hot mile. That's ridiculous. They're not even challenging that? Bro. That's ridiculous. He was there by a mile. Had to have been offsides. Oh, maybe. Forsling having trouble with it, gets it back in. This has just been domination from Florida. Ever since they scored, the Bruins have stopped playing hockey. And this is kind of what I expected. This puck comes back down. Bobrovsky's forced to play it final minute of the first. Peak. Shot wide. Reinhart ahead for Barkov. Pass Zacha. Panthers get it in. I know for a fact I'll be missing the game on April 6th against Buffalo. I'm going to the Red Sox game with a couple of friends, including Grant. So I will be there live. So I will not be live for the Bruins-Sabres game that night. Seth Jones jumps in with 20 seconds. Lohrei against Barkov. Patrick Brown trying to flip this head. It's Balinskis who keeps it. That's onside? Says who? Shot blocked. Puck deflects out of the zone. This will do it for the first period. Bruins kind of fell flat on their faces there. They fell flat on their faces the minute they let them score. Oof. Was not a good first period from the Bruins there. As they are down 1-0 at the end of one. Any news on how Jack Edwards' health is? Good question. I don't know. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I'm not sure. All games are in intermission. Carolina scores. Seth Jarvis. 1-0 Carolina. Let's get the so what is it? 10-5 Florida. Oof. It was 5-3. What the hell happened? Bruins actually won a decent amount of the faceoffs in that first period. Oh, you'll never believe the hits. I'll show you shortly. You'll never believe the hit totals. Oh no. All right. Take a look at your stats through one. Panthers lead 1-0. You guys don't what happened? You guys not see it? What happened? Hello? Work. Open sesame. No! What do you mean? There it is. It popped up out of nowhere. Shots 10-5 Florida. Bruins won 56% of the faceoffs in that first period. They won 14 of 25. No penalty minutes, no power plays. The Bruins had 20 hits in the first period. The Panthers only had 4. 5 block shots for Florida, 4 for Boston, 4 giveaways aside, 4 takeaways for Florida, 1 for Boston. Wow, that hit total, that's crazy. 20-4. Those are your stats through the first 20. Hello? Go away. There you go. Let's pull up the Bruins Puckpedia. I can't show the save now. But it was a crazy save. Boy, yeah, the save from Maine. That was a great... I posted it on my story. Oof. Yeah, okay. So here's... NCAA was on copyright. Yeah, they are. I don't take risks with that. I'm sure we could show it on the Black and Gold Puck. Actually, no, we can't. It was AHL, we could. We have an agreement with Flo about that. So let's take a look at this, okay? This is your retained, okay? Marchand will be off the books at the end of the season, so will Frederick. Carlo, only $600,000. It's not bad. Comparing to what you could be retaining, 15% retained for Carlo, which is $600,000. It's not bad. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the free agents. Okay. And I will let you know right now if I think the Bruins are going to bring them back. Morgan Geekie. They didn't trade him? Oh, yeah, they're bringing him back. How is that Scoreboard, the animation Nesson thing, better than the Scoreboard Nesson actually has in their broadcasts? Anyway. Beecher. 1-year deal. Yes. Hustadinov. Yes. Brown. Yes. Lauko. Yes. Lettieri. Yes. Kepke. Yes. Yokoharu. Yes. Lorai. Yes. Wotherspoon. No. Mitchell. No. I think they bring back a lot of their guys. Patrick Brown, he'd only be brought back because he's the captain of the Providence Bruins. I just want you to know. I'm not saying that he should be back to be an NHLer. He's the captain of the Providence Bruins right now. So, just keep that in mind. But, Geekie, yes. Beecher, that's the forward I'm the most torn on. Him and Kepke. Kepke's replaceable, but it wouldn't surprise me if they decide to bring a guy like him back. I don't know what your guys' thoughts on it are, but... You're hoping the Bruins sign Boya as a backup this up? I think he'll be in the system. If the Bruins move Korpisalo, which I think they could move him with the draft, if the Bruins move Korpisalo, I think DiPietro is going to re-sign and become the next backup to Swayman, which is great. He's great. So. Oh, yeah, here we go. Non-rostered forwards. Here we go. Wallstrom. No. Merkulov. I hope so. No. I think he's going to go back to Russia. Farinacci, yes. Nelson, yes. Kuntar, no. He has not been given a fair shot in Providence. He's getting barely third-line minutes. He should be up there. So. Pitlick, yes. Tufty, no. Missiol, I don't know. Bavaro, they actually just traded him to the Cleveland Monsters, by the way. So you know that. Michael Callahan, yes. DiPietro, yes. Bussy, no. So. We have one forward in college that has to sign by August 15th. Jake Schmaltz. Yes, I believe he will sign. Jelvik might not. Gasso will. I think Gasso's going pro. Pelosi will as well. Letourneau is still far away. Svedback's going pro, which he'll be replacing Bussy, so... Ty Gallagher, I think, will go pro. Myronberg has to sign by June 1st. I think he's going to go pro. So. Let's take a look at free agents. All right. All right, here we go. Mitch Marner will re-sign in Toronto. Matt Duchene will not re-sign in Dallas if they don't win the Stanley Cup this year. Nikolai Ehlers. Man, would I love him on the Bruins or what? You know? Chychrun? We already... No, we don't need Chychrun. We already have defensemen. Like, I don't know why people really want Chychrun. He's not... I don't know. Ehlers would be interesting. I think he could be a Bruin. If they just decide to pursue him. What, Marner's a Bruin? Well, so, I also want to be a millionaire. We can't all have everything we want, so. Granlund? I could see Granlund being a Bruin. I could see it. I don't think he's going to want to come here, to be honest. Tavares, I think, re-signs in Toronto. Donato, I think he's going to re-sign in Chicago. Although that could be fun. Marchand, he'll either retire and sign a one-day deal as a Bruin or re-sign in Florida. Nelson's re-signing in Colorado. Bennett's re-signing in Florida. Chychrun, I don't even know. Palmieri, I think he's going to leave the Islanders. Ben re-signs in Dallas. Patrick Kane is retiring or going back to Chicago. I don't know. Brock Besser, that's a name I want at the... I want Brock Besser. And if... You could call me crazy. That's fine. I want Brock Besser on my team. If you can get Ehlers and Besser, this team's competing next year. Think about it. So. And they let Witherspoon go. They can go get a depth defenseman. Like a Nate Schmidt or a Brian Dumoulin or something that's a little more tough as nails in your back end. Fabro could be fun too. The scoreboard. We're in intermission. Brock Besser play right wing. Yeah, but imagine Ehlers, Lindholm, Besser. They're actually changing the hit totals. They're updating the stats here. Alright, so one more time. Here's your stats through 1 at TD Garden. Shots were actually 11-6 Florida. The Bruins were credited with 21 hits. Florida was credited with 7. Thoughts on Caps, Ducks, Preds, Sharks? Preds and Ducks, Sharks are going to be a toilet bowl. Caps and Ducks... You know, Caps should probably win that. Predators should beat the Sharks. Ducks to lose. Oops. Ducks to win or lose by 1 and Preds win. Caps might beat him more than 1 by more than 1. What do you think over Casey Middlestats after his first game as a Bruin? First 4 periods as a Bruin. First period of this game was the least I've noticed him since he came to the Bruins. So. Take that as you will. Is Middlestat an upgrade from Coyle? I've noticed Middlestat more in the first 4 periods than I've noticed Coyle at all in the past couple weeks, really. Take that as you will. Hardy's versus Fraxium? Yeah. Let's kick it off the show. Oh, boy. All right. Second period about to start. Second period, Geeky wins the draw. Bruins will move this ahead. It's Lowry, and it's going to be an early icing against Boston. Face-off is won by Boston. They get it out to center. Panthers dump it back in. It's Gustav Forsling with a dump in. Puck comes in front. Goes back. Forsling from the left point shot. Saves Swayman. Rebound in front. This puck comes back behind the net. Lowry tied up with Verhaeghe. Panthers still possessing a shot wide. Bruins move this ahead. It's Pasternak for Zacha. Zacha is cross-checked down. He gets it back off a deflection from Geeky. Zacha with a bad pass ID to Lettieri. Panthers ice it. 11 total icings tonight, by the way. Middlestat will take the draw against Reinhart. Face-off won by the Panthers. Verhaeghe chips it in. We have another icing. That's the 12th one. Marchand finishing 5th in points with 976. 5th all-time. Man. Middlestat will take the draw against Reinhart. Bruins win it. Zadorov shot save there by Bobrovsky. Puck comes to the line. Zadorov keeps it in. Flips it cross corner. Lettieri battling for it. Verhaeghe takes it away. Here's Reinhart. Ahead for Verhaeghe. In front, tip by Barkov over the net. Koepke blows it. That's Middlestat who blows an edge. Lettieri moves it ahead. Now Lettieri gets it to Koepke. Trying to find Lettieri again. Could not. Columbus scores against New Jersey 3-1. And now, here's a chance there. A shot blocked. Bohlquist goes off a skate. Chance in front hits the side of the cage. Now Luosterainen to the line. Mikkola shoots. Blocked in traffic. Bohlquist back. Kulikov who has the goal. Mikkola. Kulikov. Weak shot. Lundell. Mikkola. Kulikov center point. Bohlquist shot saves Swayman. Bohlquist to the line. Panthers keeping it in, make a full change. Bennett, what a move, and he couldn't get a shot away. Zadorov knocks down Bohlquist with a huge hit. Pasternak gets this puck out of the zone. Nate Schmidt ahead for Bennett. Off his stick and in the zone. Wotherspoon takes a bump from Bennett, knocks his stick out of his hand. Played to Lauko. Wotherspoon still doesn't have a stick. He kicks it out of the zone. This puck deflects up into the Bruins bench, up and out of play. Hope he resigns to hit 1,000 next year. Possible. You can trade it again to whatever competitive team you wanted to at the deadline. Then it would be a waste at that point. I would just tell Marchand stay to the end of the season and then take it year by year at that point. Bruins win the draw. Mitchell's shot blocked. Greer gets around Mitchell's check. Wotherspoon moves it past Husnudinov. Lindholm takes it away there from Forsling. Lindholm is being thrown off the puck. Where is the penalty? There it is. Lindholm draws a penalty. Lauko. Mitchell can't keep it in. The Bruins will maintain possession. Delayed penalty on Florida here. There it is. Delayed penalty on Florida here. Zacha. Mitchell. Wotherspoon. The Bruins are having a trouble. We have a stop. There it is. Bruins will get a power play. We have a hold on Forsling. So the Bruins will go to the power play with a chance to tie this one up at 1. Bruins to the power play for the first time. It's the first penalty taken tonight. Lindholm, Pasternak, Middlestat, Geeky, Lowry. So no Zacha on the first unit. Bruins will keep this in. Geeky for Lowry being double-teamed at the line. Bruins keep it in. Geeky. Pasternak in front. He's poke checked by Bobrovsky. Lindholm to the line. Lowry. Middlestat controlling, working against Kulikov. Geeky spinning against Kulikov, against Mikkola. Pasternak throws it in front, broken up. Not great positioning from the Bruins on that power play. Kind of out of sorts there. Lowry drops for Pasternak. Middlestat enters the zone, gets around a defender, gets poke checked. Good stick lift there by Lindholm. Lowry. Lindholm deflects it. Save by Bobrovsky. What a save there. He had to make an acrobatic save on a deflection by Lindholm and kind of threw Bobrovsky off. If Pasternak got that puck around Bobrovsky, yo, that would be crazy if he scored that. Bruins win the draw. Mitchell's drive. Save, rebound. Lettieri couldn't put in the rebound. Played out top. Zacha's shot blocked. Pasternak's got it. Who's out there on both units. Throws it on net. Tipped by Husnudinov wide. And now Florida can't get it out. Pasternak holds in. Panthers will move it out. They have an odd man rush. Reinhart against Mitchell. Now here is Barkov and Reinhart out there on the penalty kill. Bruins get this puck back. Reinhart shot over the net. Panthers will possess the second unit, killing all the momentum the first unit got. Husnudinov enters the zone for Zacha. Trying to whip it over. Lettieri puts it wide of the net, trying to find Husnudinov backdoor. Zacha, Husnudinov to the line. Mitchell keeps it in. Pasternak gets the puck from Mitchell. Husnudinov fakes. Nice move. Lettieri knocked down. No call. Mitchell. Lettieri tied up. This will do it for the power play. Back to even strength. Pasternak out of the box. Shot wide. Lettieri looking in front. Husnudinov couldn't play it. Mitchell. Zacha wide of the net. Bobrovsky. Did he make a save on that? The Bruins have another power play. Zacha was robbed by Bobrovsky. The Panthers sent it out of play. Bruins going right back to the power play. Good pressure from the Bruins. Wow. Wow, Bruins to the power play again. With a chance to try to tie this one. It's their second power play of the game. Kulikov for delay a game. Think about a timeout here. Nope. There, nope. Geeky, Middlestat, Pasternak with Lowry and Lindholm right now. This is a power play once again. Panthers will get this out. It's Jesper Boquist. Getting around Geeky's check. Lowry cuts him off. Puck comes to Nico Sturm. And now here is Geeky for Lowry. Lowry drops for Lindholm as Middlestat. Middlestat for Geeky. Geeky lost it to Seth Jones and he clears. Move to Geeky. Ahead to flex off Forsling and that puck goes out of play. Too early in the game to get used a timeout. No, but Pasternak's been out there for like ever, so I get Pasternak off the ice here. Second unit coming on. Zacha, Lettieri, Husnudinov, Mitchell, and Elias, and Yoka Harju. Okay. Mitchell for Zacha. Ahead for Lettieri. Takes the bump. Jokiharju gonna pinch. Lettieri plays it to Zacha. Mitchell. Husnudinov with it. Zacha. Jokiharju on the near side. Under a minute to go on the power play. Husnudinov trying to get it to Zacha. Can't. Mitchell. Lettieri keeps it in. Husnudinov for Jokiharju. Jokiharju now out top. Puck to Flex. Puck comes to Jokiharju. Lettieri. Zacha trying to throw it to Husnudinov. Couldn't. And it's cleared all the way back down. Good pressure from the second unit. Lettieri for Zacha racing in. Zacha shot save. Rebound. Puck is still free. Boquist will try to move this ahead. Middlestat pressuring. Keeps it in. Lettieri giving Schmidt a bump. Zacha for Middlestat. Zacha's without a stick. Panthers trying to kill off any sort of penalty they got. Lettieri for Lohrei cuts. Lohrei shovels it to Middlestat. Puck goes wide. Back to even strength. Panthers kill off both penalties. Motorcycles racing by. It is warm out. Beecher knocks into Boquist with a nice check. Line mates last year. Lohrei stretch pass ahead, just ahead of Kastelik. Kastelik first to the puck, though. Trying to throw it in front. Can't. Kastelik still tied up. Beecher keeping possession. Throws it on net, tipped wide. Kastelik with it. To the line, Zadorov fires it on. Knocked down in traffic. Peak, shoots, blocked. And it goes wide. Zadorov for Beecher for Brown. Peak. Plays it around. Kastelik using his reach to get there. Kastelik. Zadorov shot wide. Rebound Beecher in front. Can't play it. Kastelik for Peak. Shot tipped by Brown and a save Bobrovsky. They go to commercial. Yeah, Zacha should have shot that puck. Instead, he tried to force a pass, and he wouldn't get through to Husnudinov. If he ripped it, who knows? Mickey James and Nick Aldis sitting together? Well, they're married, so. Maybe it goes in and you get a rebound. Or, shot on net, good save, you get a face-off out of it. Averaging less than 3 goals a game. Still, they're averaging that? Ugh. Flyers high at 2. $176 divided by 65. I'll tell you the number. I'll tell you the official number. 176 goals this year. Divided by 65 games. They're averaging 2.7 a game. Bro, that's bad. That's bad. Offensive talent, bad. So if you get Ehlers and Besser, you get that offensive talent, right? You can compete for the playoffs next year while building a future. Think about it. You can. Lindholm against Barkov. Lindholm wins the draw. Jokiharju for Zadorov. He fires it on net, blocked in front. Husnudinov tied up. Did the market, though? Yeah, well, hopefully they do. Hopefully. Lauko takes it from Reinhart. He drops for Yokoharu for Zadorov. Husadinov. Lauko loses his stick. Barkov trying to get through the defense. Swayman comes out of his net. Couldn't get it out. He deflected away, but he almost didn't get that puck away. Zadorov's got it. Reaches the red line. Reaches the blue line. Shot on net. Surprise Bobrovsky. He'll make the save. Hey, got a face-off. Barkov's got a 3-game point streak. He's got 6 points in his last 3. Beecher against Rodriguez. Rodriguez wins the draw thanks to the ref because the Beecher won it and hit off the ref. Thanks. Rodriguez hits it off the official. We have a stop. It's offside. All the 8 p.m. games have started. Minnesota and Winnipeg's games against Rangers and Avalanche have started. Both games are scoreless. Kastelic or Lauko fight. I want Kastelic to fight Bennett. They're taking a face-off right here. Kastelic wins it. Winnipeg just scored. This puck deflects up into the bench, up and out of play. Lots of stoppages. Barkov, a 2-time Selke Trophy winner. Kastelic against Nico Sturm. Kastelic broke his stick on the face-off. Sturm wins it. Panthers get it in. Lohrei whips it around. Schmidt plays it. Puck comes to Lohrei. Ahead of Lettieri. Moves this, trying to get it to Beecher. No! Not icing. No, no, no. Call that early. There wasn't called. They just called it early. I don't think Beecher would have gotten there in time, but he called it about 2 or 3 seconds too early. Here is Bennett, tied up there by Lohrei. Rodriguez to the line. Mikula for Kulikov, the goal scorer for Florida. Bennett in front. Rodriguez loses it. Lettieri, nice job getting it away. Beecher trying to get this out. It's Beecher, Brown, Lettieri right now with Lohrei and Peak. Samoskevich loses his stick. Shot, save, Swayman. Rebound in front. Brown gets it away from trouble. His puck's just gonna, go back down. And the Bruins will get a change. Kulikov. Intercepted by Middlestat. Ahead for Lettieri. Has Kepke to his right. Lettieri shot. Saved by Bobrovsky. Middlestat. Tied up by Luosterainen. Wotherspoon chipped it to Mitchell. Has an opening. Walks in. Forces a pass across. Nobody there. Wotherspoon shot blocked. Mitchell. Lettieri trying to chop it in front. That's the problem with Mitchell. He can't be forcing a pass on a shot attempt there. Mitchell ahead for Pasternak. Trying to dump in. He gets it into the zone, but the Panthers get it right back out. Pasternak for Middlestat. Geekie gets it in the zone. Middlestat will go for a change. It's Zacha who comes on. Geekie plays it ahead to himself. Luosterainen and Geekie tied up. Geekie still battling with Seth Jones. Pasternak in front for Zacha. Couldn't play it. Geekie throws it in front. Blocked by Forsling. Pasternak, good stick lift. Puck comes out of the zone. We have a penalty on Boston. Is that on Pasternak? It's a hook on Pasternak. So Florida will go to the power play after the break. I want to see the penalty before I judge it. I didn't see anything. It might have been off camera. He hooked Forsling? Oh. Barry Peterson's going to spell Hustandinov's name. In the wrestling report. Yeah. I asked for it, so thank you. Oh, come on! Come on! What are we doing here? Why are we calling that? That's a joke. Bruins win the face-off in their own zone. Lindholm will get this puck out of the zone and all the way back down. Man, what are we doing? We're calling that penalty, man. Terrible call. That's ridiculous. That's a stick lift. I mean, there's a little bit of a tug, but like, you know, Zacha gets it out. Samoskevich carries it across the Bruins line, plays it around the net. Bumped off the puck there was Bennett, so Zadorov clears. When I watch pro wrestling, Paul Orndorff was delivering pile drivers on Saturday afternoons. Mr. Wonderful! I know my history. Gotta have the foundation. That's what Jerry Trupiano always says to me. Gotta have the foundation. If you're a Dean kid who's been in like classes with him, you know what I'm talking about. To the line here is Jones. Second unit on for Florida. Samoskevich couldn't play it. Wotherspoon knocked down. Should have been a penalty on Florida. Chance for Barkov wide. Reinhart. Barkov at the point. For those who are wondering, yes, Jerry Trupiano, the former voice of the Red Sox. Yes, this puck's going to come out of the zone. Cross check. Yeah, I looked at it. Wotherspoon got decked. Like, come on. I know this is actually helping the Bruins if you think about it, because if you're in the horrendous for Hagen's tank, but like, you know, Koepke trying to get this out, can't. Final seconds of the power play shot hit the side of the cage. Pastrnak going to come out of the box here. Oh, I wish Brown is getting a little bit more on that. That puck comes in front. No way. No way Swayman made that save. No way. That's ridiculous. No way. Did he recover on a bad garden stanchion bounce and make a save? No way. Wow. Wotherspoon ahead for Brown for Kastelik. Gets poke check. Brown backhands it in. That's crazy. I need to see that back, thank you. Brown taken down. Kastelik in trouble. Florida gets this out. This will be no icing here. Here comes Casey Middleset with speed. Nice cut to the inside. He enters the zone with some speed. Goes around the outside now. Loses it to Nico Sturm. Greer. Let's go Bruins, the chant from the crowd in Boston. They're still in it. They aren't going away without a fight here. Shots are 15 even. Hustadinov moves this ahead past Middlestat. Lauko gets it in the zone. There are 3 new Bruins. Hustadinov, Middlestat, and Lauko all out there on the same line right now. How do you save that? I want to stop so I can see the replay on it. Greer, no sick wide of the net. We all knew he wasn't scoring. Sorry. I'm ruthless. I'm sorry. That makes me an ass. Okay. I'll be the jackass. That's okay. Bruins get this puck out. Middlestat gets it out to center. Lindell's got it. Enters the zone. Rips it. Wide of the net. Got blocked by Lohrei. He gets it back. Here is Balinskis. Shoots wide. Now it sits behind the net. Lohrei will get it to Zadorov. Shovels it ahead. Balinskis off a skate. Bolquist keeps it in for Florida. Lundell has Luosterainen to his right. Lohrei going to tie up his stick. We score. We can't even really get the puck right now. Florida's just possessing like dogs right now. Luosterainen plays it around the net. Pasternak tied up there with Seth Jones. Jones wins the battle. Bolquist again. Shot blocked by Lohrei and Zadorov. They can't get out again. Bolquist saves Swayman. The puck eventually gets out of play. They'll stop play. And show me the damn replay. Let's see. Okay, I think it was the post. It hit the post. But the fact he even had to shoot that close is a good thing on Swayman. Until if you got a piece. He hit the post. Senators lead 3-2. Man. Ottawa and Philadelphia randomly having a banger on a Tuesday night. What is going on here? Okay, the animation. Oh my god. The animation on the Nesson thing. Barkov against Kastelik. Barkov wins the draw. Forsling having trouble playing it. The Panthers get it back in. And Verhaeghe didn't realize it was offside. And he tried playing it. And Wotherspoon says, screw you for trying to play the puck. It's good to get kids in the game. I mean, sure, but it looks like too cartoonish for me. It occurred to me that if there was no labor dispute in 2004-2005, Martian would have certainly gotten 1,000 points as a Bruin. Well, he was drafted in 06. So, I don't know. Kastelik gets around Balinski's. Reinhart off of Beecher's stick. Verhaeghe lifts Peake's stick. To the line. Schmidt shoots, blocked by Beecher, who got a piece of it. Another lockout in 2013. That too. That delayed him a few months of the season. Balinskis shoots. Save. Reinhardt denied by Swayman. And Castella gets it out from trouble. Swayman pushes Reinhardt away. Verhaeghe shoots. That's blocked by Brown. Brown dives and gets it not out. Wotherspoon gets it out to center. Yeah, COVID-shortened season. The season shut down. The 2013 lockout. I mean, you know. Koepke. For Patrick Brown, he guides it in. He'll go for a change. Bobrovsky plays it around. Koepke falls down. Koepke, Lindholm, Lettieri right now because of Middlestat being out there for 2 minutes. Rodriguez from the side of the net shot hit the side of the cage. We have a stoppage here. We have an issue here at the glass. Something fell on the ice here. Wonder what it was. Jordan beat Roxanne. Damn. It's probably her last match in NXT to begin with. She's probably going to be on the main roster full-time, right? Her last match on NXT should have been with Cora, but anyway. Minute 40 to go here in the second as Zadorov knocked down a man. His puck is right along the near wall. Rodriguez. Zadorov shovels it to Koepke. Moves this ahead. Here is Mikkola. Bennett flips it ahead. Jokiharju gets it ahead. Lettieri dumps in. Here is Kulikov, who scored earlier in the first period, and there's been no goals since. Final minute of the second period, Swayman plays it around. Now Pasternak for Lohrei. He chops it ahead. Zacha trying to get it in the zone. He can't. Lundell, final 45 of the period. Oh, the Panthers player he hit was sent down the tunnel. Okay. Geeky ahead, just off Pasternak's stick. Forsling. This moves out of the zone. Here is Mitchell. For Lohrei, down to 30 seconds. Lohrei enters the zone. Zacha didn't read what Lohrei was doing. Jones plays it around. Pasternak takes it away. To the line, Lohrei. Wotherspoon, a weak pass, a shot save by Bobrovsky with 16.2. Face-off tied up, won by Florida. Lindholm's got to win that draw. Gonna be an icing. With 9 seconds to go. What are the Bruins doing tonight? A whole lot of nothing right now. Lindholm will take this draw. Wins it back. A drive by Peak, save Bobrovsky. Hustadinov in front trying to find Middlestat. Couldn't. And Middlestat shoots at the horn. Blocked. And that'll do it. And that'll do it for the second period. Panthers still holding a 1-0 lead on the Bruins. attempting to play NHL quality hockey. Attempting to. They're not doing a bad job at it, too. And actually being pretty good.
My team every week on.
Devils lead Columbus 4-2 at the end of 2. The Rangers tied up against the Jets. Mika Zibanejad scoring on the power play. I'm gonna look up who Zadorov hit. I saw he hit somebody. I didn't know who he hit back in the second period. Oh, it's Samoskevich. There you go. Bruins are still doing really well at the face-off dot tonight. By the way, if you were wondering. I'll pull up the stats here in just a moment. Just fixing them up here for the graphic for y'all. So take a look at the stats through 2. Oh, hello? Oh, I didn't change the shots on goal. Oh, shoot. Well, that's my bad, guys. Hold on. There we go. Shots in this one, 17-13 in favor of the Panthers. Look at the Bruins. 28 of 45 face-offs in their favor. They've won 62% at the dot. Both teams 0 for on the power play. Florida 0 for 1, Bruins 0 for 2. Bruins have 29 hits, Panthers have 16. 11 block shots for Florida, 12 for Boston. 10 giveaways for Boston, 8 for Florida. 5 takeaways for Florida, 3 for Boston. Those are your shots on goal through 2. Those are your stats in this one through 2. Still 1-0 Panthers. Lava, can we do trivia tonight? Is it possible to do 2000s trivia for the Bruins? Can we do that? Saw something odd in the checkout line of a dollar store. The guy in front of me had a Blackhawks jacket with a 1950s style logo. The guy in front of him had a California Golden Seals jersey. That's great. Stats through 40. By the way, okay. I am on the hunt for a jersey, okay? Actually, 2. But the one I'm looking for more is a Monarchs jersey, okay? Manchester Monarchs jersey. If you know somebody who has one who's selling it, okay, let me know. Would love to get my hands on a Monarchs jersey, just saying. Or a Men in Black jersey. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the old alternates from back in the day. Not back in the day, but like... the one from, you know, my childhood. Okay, I'm looking for one of these. Okay, one of these style of jerseys. Or one of these, one of these, or one of these. Or one of these two. These are also pretty cool too. Okay, so if you know anybody, have them reach out to me. Who's selling it, okay? Or if you know a place where you think I can find it, let me know, okay? XL tall or 2X, please. That's all I'll say. Brad Marchand scored his final goal as a Bruin against which team? Vegas, right? Did he score after that? I'm trying to think back. No, that was forever ago. Ooh. Not Vegas. He scored against Vegas about a month ago. Was it Toronto? Boston's second goal versus Toronto. Yeah, it was a power play goal. Right. Casey Middlestat talking to Nesson right now, talking to Razor. So. Question, how many OT goals did Bobby Orr score? Ooh. Probably scored a ton, huh? I'm going to ask an over-under question to see if I'm in the right ballpark. 20. Over-under 20 on that. Oh, no regular season OT and or play. Oh, you're right. They didn't add OT. Oh. Well, shoot. The crowd's electric for Oba versus Moose. I'm gonna go 7. Did I watch Raw last night? I did. I watched Raw. It was a very good Raw. 1. Well, I knew that one. That's it? Most famous goal in team history. Yeah. That's the only overtime goal he scored? Oh my god. Who am I thinking of for a lot of overtime goals? Oh, Esposito. Tom Grossi was at Raw last night? Really? Why would he be there? He's in New York. Esposito at 0. Who did Marchand pass for second? Milton? Excuse me. Yo, Tom Grossi? I do know of him, yes. Grant knows him better than I do. Was it Middleton or Neely? Or who Marchand passed? I've seen his stuff on socials. On social media. I do watch, I did watch one of his videos recently. It was the, how each NFL team is doing at the end of the season. It's like him wearing each jersey and you're like, I'm doing great. I'm shit. You know what I mean? Like, awesome to see Lex Luger go in the Hall of Fame. Oh, is he really? That's awesome. He runs the league with 4 playoff OT goals. Well, no, I'm talking about regular season goals, OT goals. How many did Marchand had the most in Bruins history? Who did he pass for that? I knew Bergeron had the most in Bruins playoff history. I knew that. I knew that. You don't have that stat? I'll find it. Hold on a minute. Brad Marchand, 21. He passed Glenn Murray. And Pastrnak passed him, so Pastrnak's at 12. Pastrnak is now the current team leader all time because Marchand's not on the team anymore, but Marchand's got the all-time OT goal lead with 21. Pastrnak's got 12. He'll smash that record. Regular season OT resumed in 1983 after being stopped during World War II. Wow. Wow, that's actually crazy. Ty Anderson with a great stat. The last time the Bruins did not the last time the Bruins played a home game without Brad Marchand on the roster was March 4th, 2010. You want me to read you off the roster? Okay. Steve Bejan, Johnny Boychuk, Zdeno Chara, Matt Hunwick, David Krejci, Milan Lucic, Daniel Paille, Mark Recchi, Michael Ryder, Miroslav Shatan, Mark Savard, Dennis Seidenberg was here, Vladimir Sobotka, Mark Stewart, Marco Sturm, Sean Thornton, Blake Wheeler, Dennis Weidman, Tim Thomas. Bro. I just went down memory lane. That's crazy. All right, third period about to start. Period is underway. Panthers win the draw. We are underway. Here is Henry Jokiharju. Drops it for Zadorov. Zacha for Pasternak enters the zone. Drops. Zadorov lets it go. Kick save. Bobrovsky on a one-timer. Here is Barkov enters the zone. Reinhart can't play the pass. Pasternak takes it away. Here come the Bruins in transition. Pasternak waiting for some help. Zacha in the slot. Shot. Geeky couldn't get the rebound away. Zacha to the line. Peak. Shot. Surprise Bobrovsky. He fights it off. Peak couldn't play it. Puck comes out. Lorai's going to go back and get it. Geeky will not be a captain. He could be an A next year. You never know. I would not be surprised if Morgan Geeky is a assistant captain next year because of they're trying to get a new leader in the team. I brought it up on the podcast yesterday. Hustadinov gets it in. Kulikov plays it around. Lalko knocks into him. Rodriguez chips it ahead. Mitchell trying to move this head. It goes off Lalko. And it's an icing here against Florida. Or against Boston, sorry. Minute 24 into the third period. Middlestat against Lundell. Lundell wins the draw. Balinskis ahead for Boquist. Middlestat gets this back in. It's another Panthers icing. The Bruins are going to stop icing the puck as much. Well, both teams do. But the Bruins have to stop icing the puck and try to move pucks in transition here. Middlestat wins the draw. Boquist takes it from Jokiharju. Luosterainen. Zadorov bumps him. Flip this out. This is going to trickle. No icing here. Balinskis, Lettieri tying him up. Kepke. Lettieri for Middlestat, tied up there by Mikkola. Lettieri. He gets bumped, held up by Mikkola. That's not interference. Hello? What is that? Lundell ahead for Luosterainen. Jokiharju. Kepke gets it out. Here's Lettieri. Spins back against Forsling. Middlestat trying to play it. Has trouble with it. And Lundell will move this ahead. Here is Seth Jones. Mitchell covering him. Played around the net. Wotherspoon takes it. Trying to move that it's ahead. It deflects out of play. You're going to the main game Saturday. Atmosphere is going to be electric. Hope you have fun. Nosek against Beecher. Beecher wins the draw. Wotherspoon trying to move this ahead. Kulikov kicks it back in, who has the only goal of tonight's game. Mitchell carries this ahead. It deflects off of Kastelik in. Played around the net. Mitchell gets beat. Puck comes out, and Wotherspoon will go back and get it in his own end. Played around the net. Panthers keep it in. Kulikov goes for a ride. Oh boy, now we have a Donnybrook. Brown and Verhaeghe? Because Kulikov went for a ride. Clean hit. Well, let's see. Hold on. Where's the puck and where was the contact made? Brown going to the box for Boston. There's got to be at least one Florida guy in the box. It's got to be Verhaeghe, right? How? Kastelik's helmet got ripped off. They're calling Brown for kneeing, which, yeah, sure, fine. But Kastelik's helmet got ripped off. How did it get ripped off? How? How did it get ripped off is my question. Should be 4-on-4. Face-off won by Florida. Panthers to the power play. Kneeing is a penalty. It's a knee-on-knee collision. They determined it was like a tripping knee-on-knee. Shot by Samoskevich. Saved by Swayman. Zadorov, that puck's popped up and goes past Swayman wide. Zadorov will take it again and clear it 200 feet. Bobrovsky moves it ahead. Reinhart moved ahead and gets it in the zone. Zadorov knocks Samoskevich down again. Reinhart for Bennett. Out top. Shot, save, rebound in front. Goes wide. Reinhart knocked down by Zadorov. Bennett walks out in front. Beecher takes it and clears. Zadorov rocking Bennett and Reinhart behind the net. And now, here we go again. Zadorov went at him. And now Reinhardt's still taking a whack at Zadorov. Zadorov being sent off. For roughing. All right, come on. Don't get yourselves in penalty trouble now. Good hit on Bennett. Let's see. Okay, wait a minute. That's the rough. Fine. I mean, where's the penalty on Samoskevich? The refs are letting this game get out of control. That's brutal. How do they get a 5-on-3 out of this? There's got to be one against Florida there. There's got to be one against Florida there as well. That's 2 missed penalties against the Panthers in this past minute. Barkov waved out against Lindholm. It'll be Bennett. Face-off won by Florida. Samoskevich. Crowd booing. Yep. These referees are bad right now. They've been pretty good tonight. Not good there. Barkov save, rebound the shots, fan on, and then Wotherspoon clears. Here comes Reinhardt. Quick re-entry for Florida. Samoskevich for Reinhardt. Jones, Samoskevich, Reinhardt again, Barkov. Jones fakes the shot. Samoskevich, Swayman makes the save. The puck comes free, comes back to Jones. Samoskevich scores. Panthers got handed that one on a silver platter. They got handed that one, man. Because where are the penalties on Florida there? Thanks. It's still a 5-on-4, by the way. Bruins take it. Lacko clears. Bobrovsky almost put that in his own net. Which sport is the worst officiating? NHL, and it's not close. Sorry, other sports. NHL, it's not close. It's not close. This puck goes out of play. Sorry to NFL, MLB, and NBA. The NHL officiating is by far, and it's not close, the worst officiating in professional sports. And it's not even just in North America. It's across the world. They say they have the best refs in the world. Bullshit. Bullshit. Best refs in the world, my ass. Yokoharu, that puck's got to play again. Bruins get it away. It's Koepke. He has Beecher to his right. Koepke shoots, saved by Bobrovsky. And now here come the Panthers. 3-on-2 shot, save Swayman off the rush. Carolina leads 3-0. At the end of 2, and the Bruins will kill off the remainder of the second penalty. Zadorov out of the box, back to even strength. Zacha with Pasternak, and Morgan Geekie with Wotherspoon and Peak. Pasternak spins off of Mikkola. Moves it ahead. Geeky. This top line's had some issues tonight. Here is Zacha. Whips it across. Wotherspoon can't play the puck. It's a bad play by Wotherspoon. Geeky is getting thrown around. Zacha dumps in the zone. Bobrovsky plays it along. And now Nico Stern plays it ahead. Shot by Greer. Saved by Swayman. The Panthers have had the first 7 shots in the third period. Here is Mitchell. The shots are actually 5-3 in favor of the Panthers. Being corrected on that stat. Lauko with Middlestat and Husnadinov right now. Mitchell shot, tipped by Husnadinov and Middlestat, saved by Bobrovsky. And now Seth Jones will guide it in. That's icing. No, it went off a low ride, no icing. Mitchell. Moved ahead, it deflects off of Middlestat and in. Lauko trying to throw it in front. Can't. Husnadinov trying to center it for Middlestat. Cannot. Middlestat to the line. Zadorov fires it on net. Glove saved by Bobrovsky. TV timeout. Bruins are down 2. Just going to check in on scores here since we're in TV timeout. Devils lead the Blue Jackets 5-3 in the third. Ottawa leading Philly 3-2 in the second. In the third period, Pittsburgh leading Vegas 2-1 in the third. Massive upset alert if that happens. If that goes down. Holy moly. Carolina leading Tampa 3-0 through 2. Colorado and Minnesota scoreless in the second. Rangers and Jets tied at 1 in the second. Montreal, Vancouver tonight at 10. Anaheim hosting the Caps at 10. Islanders and Kings at 10:30. Preds and Sharks at 10:30. Being linked to the stream should be an instant ban. That's funny. Seven and a half minutes into the third period, Bruins down 2-0 to Florida. They've been competitive all night long. They just haven't been able to solve Bobrovsky. They also don't have much of an offense, but that's neither here nor there. Barkov ahead for Verhaeghe. Zadorov beats Verhaeghe. Moves it ahead. And now it's dumped in by Seth Jones. Oh, by the way, the Bruins sent Matt Poitras down to Providence, along with Riley Tufte. And I'll explain why it's actually a good thing in a minute. Geeky sends Pasternak breakaway. Here he comes. He's fanned on it. Puck comes in front. Jokiharju for Geeky. Bruins, man. Pasternak does not have it tonight. He is choked so hard on that breakaway. It's not even funny. Zacha in front. Geeky. Pasternak's tripped from behind. And we have a penalty here. Seth Jones is angry as always. Steroids are kicking in. Oh, wait, that's somebody else on that defense. Uh-oh. I'm going to get in trouble. Bruins going to the power play once again. Jones took out... That's got to be more than 2, right? Bruins to the power play for the third time. Pastrnak got tripped by Seth Jones. Oh, come on. Blatant as day. What are you complaining about? What are you bitching about, man? They're playing Soulja Boy? Oh my god. That's one way to hype up the crowd. Luosterainen can't get it out. Bruins hold in. It's Geeky for Middlestat. First unit on. Middlestat for Geeky out top. Lohrei. Touch pass for Pastrnak. Geeky, Lindholm, Middlestat. With Lohrei and Pastrnak. Puck played to Geeky. Lohrei on the left point. Puck popped up in the air. Pastrnak gloves it down. Whips it over to Lindholm. Has Geeky for support. Gets it to Middlestat. Pasternak's out in front. He scores! What a pass by Middlestat! This guy's insane. The Bruins are on the board. Power play goal for Pastrnak. Oh! Look how easy that was, boys. What a pass by Middlestat. He opened up that entire seam. Pastrnak was left alone in front. He could have started a family down there with how much time and space he had. Oh my god. Can I pause it? Thank you. So Pastrnak has gotten the Bruins within one here in the third period. Bobrovsky throws it out of play. And that's a delay of game. Florida's choking this game away. Bobrovsky throws it up into the netting. Yep, that's a penalty. Can't do that. Bruins to the power play for the fourth time. They were just successful moments ago, and now the Bruins are going to be right back on the power play. Bobrovsky taking a penalty for his team. That's a spicy meatball. It is. I had a meatball sub for lunch, and I had it for dinner last night. Very good. Bruins win the draw. Lohrei out top. Lets it go. Knocked down in traffic. And the Panthers clear. Now here's Lohrei. He drops back. Lindholm has Middlestat to his left. Pastrnak to his right. Middlestat puck is popped up in the air. It lands near Lohrei. Middlestat takes it from Reinhart, former line mates in Buffalo, and the Panthers clear it back down. Lohrei gets poke checked by Lindell. Samoskevich serving the penalty for Florida. Pastrnak for Middlestat. Lindholm enters for Pastrnak. Lohrei trying to get there for support. Can't. Lohrei overcommitted. It's Anton Lindell. 2-on-1. Boquist. Swayman says no. Lohrei overcommitted again. Gotta stop that. Lindholm for Middlestat. Lindholm's taken down. Across. Pastrnak misses wide. Middlestat. He might have caught the crossbar. Middlestat tied up. Lindholm plays it around Pastrnak. Geeky. Pastrnak gets decked. Middlestat. Lohrei out top. Fires it on. It gets blocked. Geeky. Oh, he threw it away. Oh, brother. Yeah, Pastrnak got decked. How's that not a penalty? Second unit on. Mitchell can't get it to Husnudinov clearly. That gets back down. Mitchell turns it over. Why is he responsible for the second unit? Oh boy. Zacha. Husnudinov trying to play it to the middle. He can't. It's clear back down. Back to even strength. Samoskevich was serving the penalty. And Swayman bumped him. Look at Swayman. Mitchell for Peak ahead. Beecher tied up. That's Husnudinov, excuse me. That puck comes back to Zadorov. For Peak. Ahead for Husnudinov. Takes a bump. Knocked down? What is that? What is that? Is that not interference? He just decked him when nobody had the puck. Come on. Where is the interference on that? Are you serious? What the hell are we doing out here? That's ridiculous. What is that? Beecher deflects it in. Kastelik misses a hit. Kulikov for Verhaeghe. Nice job by Kastelik giving Verhaeghe a receipt. Bruins keep it in. Wotherspoon gets poke checked by Reinhart. Beecher for Kastelik. Oh yeah, this is really fair. Bruins fourth line against the Panthers top line. Yeah, this is fair. Panthers get it out of the zone. It's Reinhart. Reinhart falls over Verhaeghe. Gloved away by Jokiharju. Verhaeghe centers it in front for Forsling. Got broken up. Played around. Beecher. Ahead Reinhart knocked down Brown. Poe didn't even know it. Beecher trying to force it past Forsling. He does. Pastrnak knocks down Seth Jones, plays the puck, and gets possession for the Bruins, even though it comes out to the neutral zone. Pastrnak with it. He chips it in the zone. Seth Jones. Pastrnak gives him a bump. He gets tripped from behind. No call again. Mitchell dumps in. We have a stop. Offside against Bruins here. What is happening? There has been 6 missed penalties in the past minute. All on Florida. Damn.
To rapidly eat.
Oh, hello. Apparently, the entire crowd, as you just heard a little snippet of, the entire crowd was chanting "Fire Sweeney." And apparently, some fans were turning around and looking right at the Jacobs family and Sweeney. Oh boy. Ooh. That's not good when 17,820 are chanting for somebody to be fired. That's not a good look. Oh, wow. Joey Bosa not going to the Niners. He's going to the Bills. Oh, shit. He's going to the Bills. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not good for the Patriots. Damn it. Well, any other team. No, it's not even about the Marchand trade. The Bruins, Sweeney was given no choice. He was offered too much. He wanted too much money, and Marchand said, if you're not going to sign me, trade, I want to go to one team, and that's the Florida Panthers. Got to honor that, right? They're singing Mr. Brightside. Pastrnak, 80 points this season. 5th Bruin all time with 6 80-point seasons, by the way. Open up my... 'Cause I'm Mr. Brightside. Anyway, Lindholm wins the draw against Lindell. Lowry dumps in. Lauko battling. Centers in front. Husnudinov puts it just over the net. Wow. Lauko to the line. Lowry shoots on net. That trickles just wide of the net. Lauko tied up. Bruins down a goal. Lauko battling. Puck comes to Lowry. Curls, shoots, score! Mason Lowry! The Bruins have come back to tie it. Lowry buries it on the glove side. Oh, baby! With 6:09 left, Lowry has evened the score. What effort by Jacob Lauko here? Woo! It's a tie game. Oh, man. Lowry has tied the game at 2. What a shot off from the slot, too. He zipped it. Bennett, Koepke takes it away. I got goosebumps. Koepke with speed. He has Lettieri. Koepke, good defense there by Forsling. Lettieri now. Middlestat possesses here. Bumped around by Samoskevich. In front, Lettieri misses wide. If one of the new guys score right now, I think I might pop louder than Game 7. I'm not even kidding. Like, oh my god. I got goosebumps. You see that? I got my hand, the hair on my arm is standing up right now. Look at that. Wotherspoon gets this out of the zone. I haven't had this much goosebumps all season long. Geeky gets it out. We're now in the Final 5, presented by Black and Gold Productions. Episode 384 of the podcast is available on demand now. Geeky, Pasternak gets a screen from him. In front, trying to center it for Zucker. Geeky broken up. Here come the Panthers. What a back check by Lowry on Greer. Pasternak off the rush. Bobrovsky with a big save on Pasternak. 4:36 to go. The Bruins have evened the score. Pasternak on the power play. Lowry ties it at 2. 4:36 left. The Bruins aren't going down without a fight. Man. We're in the Final 5, by the way, presented by Black and Gold Productions. You can go to blackandgoldhockey.com to go check out more recent articles about the Boston Bruins organization, ECHL, AHL, and NHL. Kenny Kaminsky just put out an article about the Providence Bruins roster changes ahead of this weekend, and ahead of tomorrow's game against the Toronto Marlies. Episode 384 of the Black and Gold Hockey Podcast with myself, Mark Allred, and Parker McLean is available to watch on replay on YouTube. It's also available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Go look up, if you're listening audibly, go look up Black and Gold Hockey Podcast, and you'll see our podcast pop up. Hit the follow button. Give us a 5-star rating and a nice review. It helps us out big time. Lowry's goal is unassisted. I think Lauko might get an assist on that. Actually, no, it went off a Florida stick, so it won't be an assist for Lauko. Middlestat got his second point as a Bruin on the primary assist on the Pasternak goal. Look at the face of Mason Lohrei there. When he scored, he was pumped up. We have a stop with 4.5 left. Puck play with a high stick, I think. Devils beat the Blue Jackets 5-3. It's a big win for New Jersey, too. Lindholm against Lundell, just outside of the Panthers' end. Lundell wins it. Mitchell for Lohrei. He dumps in around the net. Panthers will play this to center. Mitchell moves this ahead. Seth Jones for Gustav Forsling. Deflected off Husnadinov. Lohrei gets away from Boquist, gets this out. Husnadinov racing with Forsling. No! Husnadinov beat him! They call that icing? He is very upset. Oh, he is calling bullshit? Yeah, it is BS. You're right, Husnadinov. He beat Forsling. He beat him by about a half a step. He turned on the Jets and, yeah, he beat him. He definitely beat him. That was terrible. That's terrible. He beat him. Brutal. Florida wins the draw in the offensive zone. Kulikov fires it on net, blocked by Lindholm, who's hurting a little bit. Lauko gets this out. Lindholm's going to go immediately off. Kulikov with it. Intercepted there by Vinny Lettieri. Lettieri shoots on net, save Bobrovsky. Koepke couldn't get a shot away. Zadorov shovels it on net. That puck goes deflected up and out of play with 3:34 left. Now Mikkola and Lettieri are shoving behind the net. Now Koepke steps in for Lettieri a little bit. Ottawa beats Pittsburgh 5-2. That game has gone final. Face-off won by Boston. Pasternak back to Zadorov. Lets it go. Shot blocked. Jokiharju plays it around past Geekie. Turnover. Pasternak to the line. Zadorov keeps it just inside the line for Pasternak. Spins off of Forsling. Zacha! Score! Pavel Zacha! What a play by Pasternak! The Bruins have come all the way back to take the lead. Zacha buries it. Oh my lord! A generational comeback from the Bruins here. Pasternak with a great setup for Zacha. 3-2 Boston with 3 minutes left. Oh, man. What a shot. He went 5-hole on Bobrovsky. Now they can't blow it now. They can't blow this. And now Lundell, oh boy, Florida's getting angry. Wotherspoon went right at Lundell. Boquist is in the middle of it as well. With 3:07 to go, we got a Donnybrook in the far corner. Lundell's still throwing punches, and is that Peak who wants a piece of him? Wotherspoon is trying to get it. He's trying to get it loose to Rainin. Peak and Lundell are wrapped up. Nate Schmidt and Husnadinov are going ring around the rosy there. This team isn't going down without a fight right now. What a gutsy third period from this Bruins team right now. Lundell's in the box for Florida. We got 4-on-4. Laco and Lundell both get roughing penalties. I mean, Lundell started the whole thing. And Laco hopped in. Yep. Yep, that's the right call. Lundell started it. Laco hopped in. You can't do that. No, it's going to be 4-on-4. We got 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Florida has pulled the goalie as well. Panthers are still possessing here. Here's Barkov for Bennett. 5-on-4 for Florida. Here is Jones of the line. Samoskevich saved by Swayman. Somebody's trolling. Beecher wins the draw. Barkov. Panthers get possession back. Jones. Barkov. In front, Reinhart denied. Zadorov throws Bennett down. He gets the puck. He'll try to take a shot, and Barkov blocks it. Here is Barkov. We got 2 minutes left. Reinhart for Barkov. He dumps in around the net. Peak tied up. Bennett. Big tie up here. Reinhardt's got it. Bennett to the line. Bennett has Jones. Pass deflected by Koepke. Here's Barkov. Shoots. Swayman, great save. Reinhardt taking a couple of whacks at Swayman, and Zadorov and Peak throw him out of the net. Bennett's got Beecher in a headlock, and Koepke comes in to try to even the fray. One, two, and Peak says no thank you. What are we waiting for here? Referee's got the headset on. Okay, the puck crossed the line, but like... Yeah. No. No. It was well after the whistle. So the Panthers scoreboard was well after the whistle. If they count this, it's a screw job. Thank you. No goal on the ice. And Paul Maurice is furious. He's yelling. They got it right. I didn't even know why they were even reviewing that to begin with. Lindholm will take the draw against Barkov. Barkov wins it. That's brutal. Face-off won by Florida. Samoskevich shot over the net. Zacha. Chance of the empty net. Zacha misses wide. No icing. Oh, there is icing. Never mind. I forgot it's 4-on-4. Minute 19. Minute 19 to go on the power play. Left in this one, 12 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. It'll then be 6-on-5 as Lauko and Lindell will exit. Bruins win it. Peak down the ice. Peak misses wide. No icing here. Back to even strength here. Back to 6-on-5. Final minute of regulation. Reinhart enters the zone. For Florida. In front. Bruins get it away. They can't get it out. Lindholm diving to get this puck out of the zone. We have an icing with 46 seconds. That's not icing. Yeah, Pastrnak touched it and got bumped off the puck. Anyway, come on. Don't let the refs get out. Don't let the refs get in the way. We got a timeout here being called by Florida. Make sure if you have not yet, 119 viewers, only 43 likes. Hit the like button and subscribe. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. We're only 32 away. And if you subscribe and you have your subscriptions public, your name might pop up on stream. With Crazy Train playing. Who doesn't like Crazy Train? 46 seconds to go. The Bruins scored 3 goals in under 8 minutes to take the lead. Pastrnak, Lohrei, Zacha. Face-off will be in the Bruins' end. 46 seconds. The fans in the Garden are on their feet. Face-off is won by Florida. Jones knocks down a man. He falls over, trying to play it. Pastrnak gets it out to center. Down to 30 seconds. Panthers enter the zone. They play it around the net. Peak for Zadorov. Takes a bump from Samoskevich. And this puck, he put it out of play. Oh, it's deflected. Thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, boy. If it wasn't deflected, it would have been 6-on-4. That would have been bad. 22.9. Zacha Lindholm, Pasternak, Zadorov peak for the Bruins. Zacha wins it. Zadorov tied up. Puck played around the net. Here is Bennett. 15 to go. Trying to jam it in front. Bruins keep it out. Jones. Zacha breaks up the pass. Puck centered in front. Goes wide. Under 10 seconds to go. Verhaeghe's got it from the near side. Shot save. Rebound over the net. And it goes out of play with 3.3 to go. And there's a scrum in front. Zadorov and Bennett. Zadorov and Bennett are going at it. Zadorov and Bennett are fighting in the crease. Zadorov wrestles Bennett down. With 3 seconds left. Zadorov takes Bennett down in the crease. Bennett's still trying to get his comeuppance on Zadorov, but the referees aren't letting him. Yeah, that was really smart there, Bennett. You're one of the best players on the Panthers, and you're going to be sitting in the box for the rest of this game. That was really smart. And Zadorov getting the crowd into it. Mercy! Zadorov screaming at Bennett. He just screamed at the entire bench and went like this. At the entire bench. He was looking right at the Florida bench and he went like this. And if you're a Bruins fan, how do you not love Nikita Zadorov? How do you not love him? Oh, what a shot. So Bennett and Zadorov both get 5 each for fighting. In what has turned into be one of the craziest endings to a hockey game all year. It was 2-0 Florida with under 9 minutes to go in this game, and the Bruins have come back to tie it and take the lead. The face-off will be outside of the Bruins' end, which is going to help the Bruins here. 3 seconds to go. Bruins win it, and they're going to clear it. The Bruins just weren't supposed to beat. In the game they weren't supposed to win against a team they weren't supposed to beat. They split the season series. They split the season series with Florida. Oh, baby. Wow. Damn. 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 Josiah, are you available to join Discord? Oh my god. Yo.
Dude, what do you even say after that? Well,
Oh my
actually,
God.
here's something you could say. I think I'm the good luck charm. I finished my tax return and I entered the chat to watch the rest of the stream at the 10-minute mark. And the Panthers do not score again, and the Bruins score 3 straight, and they win. I think I'm a good luck charm tonight.
100%.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
Dude, first of all, thank you for the blue wrench of power. I appreciate you.
Of course.
Appreciate that.
Definitely
talents
deserved. Definitely
my
deserved. What's that?
My talents of speaking into a microphone about a garbage team that apparently isn't garbage anymore is being recognized, so I appreciate that. Anyways, what a turnaround, dude. I mean, I know it's only 2 games. I know. Before you freak out, I know it's only 2 games. But, like, you go from losing to the Nashville Predators at home by not even close, 6-3, and then out of the deadline, you win, you blow out the Lightning in their barn for nothing, and then you go and just beat the defending Stanley Cup champions after being down 2-0 with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah.
This, you know what this reminds me of?
What?
This reminds me of Bruins hockey, because they have not been playing Bruins hockey, but this is a crucial reminder that this is Bruins hockey. I don't know what happened in that locker room. Oh wait, yes I do. Everyone got traded. But other than like that, like there must have been something said, like, hey, by the way, Brad Marchand and Charlie Coyle weren't safe. You think your ass is safe on this team? You better start playing some damn good hockey or you're not going to have a home here.
Right.
Something along those lines. Because I have not seen these guys try this hard all season, other than like when Joe Sacco was first hired. The first like series of games with Sacco, they really tried, and it was obvious. I mean, they got their head coach fired, and that's a really bad look.
Right.
But like, oh my god, dude! Like, literally, you were down 2-0 with 11 minutes to go, and you get this power play opportunity, and you smash it. I don't say you just didn't get a goal. You destroyed that power play. And Pasternak buries it. 2-1. All right, you're still down by 1. Mason Lohrei, I don't want any of you doubting my opinion. I told you from day one, Mason Lohrei is going to be a producer when it matters most. He's going to be a good player. He makes mistakes, don't get me wrong, but every single player does. This kid has so much talent. And it was proven again tonight. He just walks right in and bam, snipes it. Tie game with 7 minutes to go-ish. And then my boy Pavel Zacha. Oh my lord. Honestly, I was voting for it, but man, I could not honestly predict that. If you told me the Bruins were going to score 3 straight in the last 10-ish minutes of the game to win against the Panthers, I would have said you're a lunatic.
Right.
But that's apparently the past Bruins, because since the deadline, again, I know only 2 games, but they faced 2 good teams. A week ago, they couldn't face bad teams in their own arena and win. They were being embarrassed by the Predators at home. They just won against Tampa Bay, shut them out on the road, and then they just beat the Florida freaking Panthers, which in my opinion are top 5 best teams in the league.
Right. Honestly, dude,
what happened?
This is surreal. I can't believe I just witnessed that. That was one of the greatest comebacks I've seen the Bruins have in years. Years, dude. Just the way it happened, and they just exploded with offense the final 10 minutes. It was crazy.
Absolutely bonkers.
And by the way, to answer your question, DLZ, I have listened to Awaken by Breaking Benjamin. Another good song.
Good, yes, I agree.
But Bury Me Alive is my favorite song by them. But, dude, I don't even know where to start here. I mean, I thought the Bruins played fine in the first 40 minutes. I thought it was fine. I thought they kept up with them. I thought they kept themselves into the game. And then they give up the goal to make it 2-0, which by the way, which is a big load of bullshit, by the way, because of the penalties called against Florida. But anyway, that's besides the point. The Bruins did something that they don't usually do, and they actually responded well, got out of the goal, got a power play, scored to make it 2-1, which, again, power play goals don't happen very often around these parts. That's new. And then a few minutes later, Jacob Lauko, who is apparently a top 6 forward in this team, oh my god, just with a great play, forcing a turnover, getting it to Mason Lohrei, and he buries it glove side to tie the game. And then Pavel Zacha gets the pass of a lifetime from Pasternak after he got free from Forsling. Dude, that's honestly crazy.
Absolutely. I can't believe that was a game we just watched. That was like the result of a game like that in my dreams.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, like, if you told me, as I said, if you told me the Stanley Cup, the defending Cup champions, the Florida Panthers, who have destroyed the Bruins, basically wiped them off the face of the earth for the past few years. They were winning 2-0 with 10 minutes left. I would have said, I don't need to watch the rest of the game. This is going to be an easy L. This is going to be a 3-0 loss because they're going to score an empty netter. If you told me the Bruins were like, actually, we're going to win 3-2, I would have said you're absolutely nuts. Like, I'm baffled. I mean, you can also see that the physicality picked up big time. I mean, in the first period, there were no penalties, and then the second period, nothing malicious. It was holding penalties and delay a game and stuff like that. But in the third period, there was Brown with the kneeing, roughing, tripping, roughing, fighting, all that. The physicality picked up, and you know what? The Bruins did what they used to do, and that was play physical. The past couple of years, they've been willy-nilly about it. I still remember the days of, Chara bashing guys at the boards, fighting them, and then obviously, you got, the Johnny Rocket and Krejci and Ryder, and, go back to the 2011 days. They were physical, but that's why the Bruins were so respected, was they played by their name. You are a Boston Bruin. You're not a Boston Cat. Like, you play as a bear. You play as physical as you can, and that's how you win games. This is how they won that. They dominated. As soon as they got a little momentum, they ran with it. They didn't do what the Bruins normally do in 2024-25 season. And as soon as things don't go their way, they shut down and do nothing for the rest of the game. They decided, you know what? We're going out strong. We're pushing. We're going to get shots on goal. We're going to take advantage of these power plays. And they meant it. They looked like a team that was going for a Stanley Cup, dude. It looked like they were trying to win a cup on that game.
Yeah, it sure did. I agree. I agree.
Dude, this is the most proud I've been of this group in like 3-4 months.
Yeah. Take a look at the stats here. Take a look at the stats on this one. The Bruins got outshot in this game. You wouldn't think it based off the third period, but they did. 28-24. The Bruins won 56% of faceoffs tonight. Their faceoffs were good all night long. They led the faceoffs all night long. They won 41 of 72 faceoffs tonight. Both teams scored on the power play in the third period. Panthers 1 for 3, Bruins 1 for 4. 15 penalty minutes for Florida, 13 for Boston. The hits are being updated, so it's now 40-35 in favor of the Panthers. Which by the way, that would be that the Florida Panthers had 26 hits in the third period. Anyway. 14 block shots for Florida, 13 for Boston, 14 giveaways for Florida, 13 for Boston, 6 takeaways compared to 5, and the Bruins get the win 3-2. Those stats alone, just insane. So.
You know what tweet I just saw by Mike Sullivan?
What did Mikey tweet out?
I definitely agree with him. He said Marchand is definitely on the 9th floor smirking at all of this. He absolutely is. And it could be from either point. Either he's proud of his team, because technically, in my heart, it's still his team right now until they name another captain.
Right.
He just saw the Bruins absolutely dismantle, first of all, his team now. But, like, I think he's going to be, like, happy that happened. And also, it's not his team. They traded him, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But, like... Man, how can you not, like, smile at that if you've been a Bruins fan? Like, the Bruins, I mean, obviously, Marshy is a Bruins fan. He's been a Bruin for 16 years. Like, Dude, that reminds me of like, honestly, it gives me beating Toronto Game 7 after being down 4-1 with 10:42 left.
Yeah.
That's what this reminds me of. Obviously, the score is different, and we're nowhere near that. But like, that was the most excited. Like, I popped. Like, I wasn't even in the crowd, and when I was listening to you because you were ahead of my stream, so I was listening to you. And as soon as you said Saka scored, I'm like, oh my god!
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't believe it. So, yeah. Oh, that was kind of crazy.
Absolutely. That was a crazy hockey game tonight. Let's get to your 3 stars of the game tonight. Dude, uh-oh. Was that me in the background you just heard?
No, that was me playing something on Twitter. I forgot I had my volume way too high so you can hear it through my mic. That's my fault.
Anyway, 3rd star of the game tonight, Nikita Zadorov, just because he beat the hell out of Sam Bennett. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end of it.
Love it.
No,
Love it.
there's no reason. There's no other reason why. He was good defensively, but he's definitely on there for beating Bennett's ass. So there's that. Your 2nd star of the game tonight had the game-winning goal. Pavel Zacha, your 2nd star of the game tonight, and your 1st star. 26 saves on 28 shots. Jeremy Swayman kept this Bruins team in it all night long, gave him a chance, and the offense responded. Swayman, the 1st star tonight. Wow. Wow. Josiah, what are your thoughts on that, the 3 stars of the game? Uh-oh. There you go.
No, I'm speechless. That's what.
Okay.
I'm literally I don't even know. I don't know what to say at this point. I mean, I just hope this continues. I mean, that's my main hope. Again, I'm like half on, half off with like, the Bruins trying to make the playoffs and whatever. But like, how can you not love to see your team finally, after 60 plus games, look like a functional NHL team?
It's crazy, right?
Like, this team looks functional again. I didn't say good. I just said functional. Because a week ago, they were not functional. So, to see them climb back in the standings, a little bit. And obviously, it's a very close race. But, if Columbus loses their next game and the Bruins win their next, they're tied for a wild card spot.
Yeah.
Obviously, this race is absolutely bonkers. And also, rip Detroit fans. They're on a 6-game losing streak. Oof. But yeah, no. That's how you win hockey games. You don't give up. You never give up. And obviously, Zadorov beating the crap out of Bennett also helped the morale a little bit. But that was at the very end. But yeah, no. Final thoughts. Hell of a win. That I say that a lot when the Bruins win, but that will take hell of a win for me, because you can't get much better than that. It looking so bleak. And honestly, I was ready to throw in the towel. I was like, oh god, like, we're halfway through the 3rd with no scoring. Oh boy. And then, you know what? I will give it to them. They did something I didn't think they could physically do. And that was come back and win a hockey game.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did. And hopefully, this will not be the last time.
No, definitely. If they keep playing like this, it shouldn't, and it probably won't be the last time they do something like that. For sure. That game, man, that legitimately surprised me.
Yeah.
So, I am speechless at the moment. I'm just I just can't believe they won that game, in a game that they should not have won. They came out, they started on time, that's for sure, and they kind of just kept the foot on the gas pedal the rest of the way, and they get the win against a tough Florida team, and you can't really ask for much better than that, really.
Yeah, and I agree with you. What you said at the start of our conversation was, someone said they don't deserve to win. They didn't They absolutely deserve to win that. They should not have won, as you said.
Right.
There's no way they should have won that game, but they absolutely deserved it. What an effort.
Up and down the lineup, too. Everybody gave 100%. I thought Elias Lindholm played a pretty good game tonight, too. And that's something I haven't said a ton this year. I thought Lindholm looked pretty good out there tonight. It wasn't amazing, but I thought he looked pretty good out there, and that's good enough for me at this point based off how he's played all season, so I'll take it.
I didn't really have any major complaints with him.
No.
I
gotta say, I know it's only been 2 games. I really like Casey Middlestat. I don't know if it's just I don't know if it's just me, but I really like him.
Dude, I liked him after last game.
Yeah.
After that Tampa game, I'm like, dude, this guy's gonna be a valuable addition. And then after this game, I'm like, hell, he's really gonna be a great addition.
Right.
So, the Bruins just tweeted an awesome picture of Zadorov beating the crap out of Bennett.
Oh, good. I gotta find that. Here we go.
5 minutes ago. The caption is just a muscle emote. That's awesome.
Here we go.
That's an awesome picture.
I'll pull it up for you guys to see it. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a great picture. You guys can see it, right? Oh, yeah, you can. Look at that picture. Hell yeah. I'm like, that's wallpaper worthy. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I might make that wallpaper Wednesday.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's so... And you hear the thing is, I hate Sam Bennett, so this makes things so much better for me.
Yeah. Oh, dude, someone released a video of Zadorov landing an absolute banger of a right hook.
That fist looks like it's about to meet Sam Bennett's back of the neck. Watch out.
Incredible.
Anyway.
What a game, dude.
Yeah. All right.
Sweet.
All right, man. I'm going to wrap up stream here, but that was something else, man. That was crazy. Final thoughts?
That was special.
Final thoughts on this one?
That's it. Those are my 3 words of the game. That was special.
Yeah, it sure was. So.
All right, my man. Do your thing.
All right. See you on Thursday.
Deuces.
All right. Bye-bye. Ugh. Wow. Crazy. That's it. Bruins win 3-2 against the Panthers. It is a Victory Tuesday for the Bruins, and it's a big one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you liked the stream tonight, make sure to smash the like button on the stream. And there's fireworks that go off, too, when you hit the like button and the subscribe button. I don't know. Hit the like button on YouTube if you have not yet. Make sure to... Come on. There you go. What? Oh, they fixed it. Come on. Oh, okay, anyway. If you like to, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Make sure, if you have not yet, make sure to ring the bell. Get notified every single time I go live or upload here on the channel. Make sure to follow me on social media. Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, all down below in the description. Yeah, what a game. Let me refresh the Discord link. Let me do that real quick in the chat. So you guys can go join the Discord. I haven't done that in a minute. Invite, copy link. Go join the Discord. What? They won? They won! They won! I can't believe it myself, but they won the game. This isn't Photoshop. This isn't fake. This isn't pre-recorded. They beat Florida. Yep. Yep. Oh my God. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your night. I'm sure we all will. We'll see you guys Thursday for Bruins and Senators. It's another meaningful, tough, big game Thursday. But all I know is this. This team won't quit. See you all on Thursday for Bruins Ottawa. Bruins win this one by a final score of 3-2. Good night, everybody.